Yeah. All right, let's get serious, because this game is serious. This is a big game. Immortals, Dignitas, Cash, you just said it. On this map especially, we're going to see some very aggressive action. We're going to see some very, very fast CT sides trying to take map control.
Some big AWP players coming in as well. We know Fox is going to have had a resurgence recently with his play. When he comes to this team, he's the main AWPer. Star AWPer, some would say, actually. He's actually stepping up and finding the majority of the frags for his team. Same story coming for KNG and Henny as well. They've got the double AWP duo coming into this one. They're going to be the two players to watch for Immortals. In terms of double AWPing for Dignitas, they obviously got 10 teams to wield the weapon as well. Croman, not so much, but I'm hoping we can see was double AWP set up on the Dignitas side as well. I feel like Immortals are a stronger unit here. How heartbreaking has it been now? We've been to the major qualifiers they've been to. They just can't seem to find that one game that will get them to a major. They haven't made it yet. Surely this is the one.
And look at the bracket that they had. They played G2 in the start of a Swiss format. They went 20 and 22. They went to double overtime with G2 to start this off. That's incredible. That's, I mean, you talk about a major, a team that's never made a major, never gone through the qualifier. That's being thrown into the flames right away. On the other side of that, Godsend was able to actually beat Dignitas. And we know Dignitas improved a lot, especially on, I think it was Inferno that they played repetitively. Yeah, exactly, at the minor. But Immortals, to be in this game, if they go down 0-2, I mean, either of these teams to go down 0-2, it's significant. It's very significant.
This is a huge game, you're right. That's crazy. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Dignitas on the T side here, and we're going to have two players on the door, three at A main, very fast tactic. That one smoke we used towards highway, flashbangs in. CTs are not ready for it. Bolts is in towards connector, Steel's not even in CT spawn. They'll have full control of the A side. The bomb was guaranteed to go down at this point, unless some crazy shots through the smoke come in. Steel's trying to do what he can, no real damage inflicted just yet, but the backstab's coming out. We can see KNG coming behind them.
KNG, another player new to Immortals who stepped up in the minor. He's backed off though. Croman and Jacob. You want to talk about the unknowns. Croman's on the other side of that storyline. He's been quite impressive, but they're already on the defuse. Oh, they're going to hold it as well. This is impressive. They're going to keep two in the site. They get so far pulled away by KNG out toward T-spawn, and they completely forget about the bomb.
They don't even have to plant the bomb there at all, really. It was KNG coming in the back, sure, but they had the smokes down. I guess they were just trying to protect themselves from CT spawn, but considering that bomb plant comes down, they're all focusing on that one kill. KNG, he stays alive for so long. Keep three in A main. A full defuse with three players alive, that shouldn't be happening. That's a big blunder from Dignitas. Lack of communication there, struggling to find the frag. I didn't really see it from their POV. But still, amazing work. The fast flank from Immortals works out. Look at that round. They were pretty done for. They're so far removed from that situation. Bomb goes down for Dignitas, though. They'll be force buying in the third round. SMGs going to be coming out threes for Immortals in the first frag for Henny. Should be a simple round. No armor here or nades. There's P250s and Deagles, and he gets that first frag. From the vent area, drops an incendiary. He's actually found the bomb as well in the middle. They won't overcommit to this though, but Croman, that's a hell of a shot. We knew he was very good at the Deagle. Manages to land a lovely shot towards connector from way downtown. 4-on-4 now. Should be all the fragging done for the T's at least, but Lucas low HP, backed up by Henny though. Round secure, Fox on 30 HP. Jacob should be dealt with momentarily. They're trying to get one more frag out of this.
Shot Henny to take down Fox. Jacob trying to do what he can with the P250, but it's all a futile resistance. Jacob falls to Lucas. It goes 2-0 for Immortals. Good start for them. They'll get the AWP out early based on the fact that the bomb plant came in. They're expecting the buy, and the choice to save Henny for the weapon pays off in that sense because he'll be ready to roll. Lucas is going to stick with the MP7. They're going to keep 2 UMPs.
They are indeed. They know the AKs are coming out. They're banking on Henny's better step up.
I was going to say, this will be an assertive op for that reason.
He has to be. He has to go for the first frag here. He can't just sit back on rest on his laurels. But he goes towards middle, so he could be shutting down maybe a boost, but jumps outside the smoke. 3 players in their mid position. Here's indeed watching the boost, and that's what we needed to see. Henny gets the first frag, but Jacob and Fox striking back in return. 4-on-3 in their favor. Henny's still alive, but stuck in the sandbags position. Not really sure what the plan is here. They do subside and fall back from middle, so he has a chance to reposition, but at this point, Dignitas, they know they're taking 2 players down. They've got time, they've got nades to work with as well. Don't have to overcommit here.
Yeah, and the SMGs weren't able to do anything. Steel, I believe, was one of the ones with the M4 that's now been picked up by Bolts. More to the point, we found the op shot. They had to pull Bolts out of A. They could have easily gone for a fast play Dignitas, but they've made the op rotate back toward the A-side in quad, which is decent to get him out of the position at sandbags. It's over to B instead. Rubino to lead. In-game leader for Dignitas. Seem to adapt well in the minor. MP7 for Lucas gets the kill on Rubino. Good trade from Croman, but Jacob goes down to 9 HP. Problem is that Bolts is the only rifle, so he'll be the one to take advantage of that 9 HP. The off shouldn't really matter in that sense. So there you go. Jacob down. Headshot position, though, for Bolts. Drops the bomb as Fox will work his way back in on the AK-47, 47 HP. Match the name of the gun. Seems that Bolts with the headshot of the M4 gets him in 1. Immortals go up 3-0.
Bolts has been in sick form recently. That was a really nice round from him. First 2 frags going in favor of Dignitas is the right thing. They slowed things down. Tried to work the next pick. They got another equal trade in the B storage area against that MP7. Bolts, though, flashing through the smoke and CD spawn. The T's were not aware that he could have got towards headshot that quickly. He finds 2 with a nice spray, and the 3rd as well with a little bit of help from his teammate, taking the aggro away towards heaven. Big round for Immortals to pick up. They had 3 UMPs into that round, and an AWP and an M4. Managing to run away with it. It forces Dignitas down to an eco here. Beagles, P250s. Not the ideal start for primarily Norwegian team. And he with the first shot finds Tensky towards middle. So at this point, a lot's been done. Then more though by KNG coming in. Bomb dropped. Round should be over. So it'll be 4-0 for Immortals. If they get 1 frag here, I'm sure they'll be happy about that. That's as good as it's ever going to get. Not going to happen though. The clean sweep. Lots of money to work with here on the Immortals side. Haven't given too much away whatsoever. 5 players surviving. All weapons up. Just reinvest in some grenades. We can bring out the AWP. Like we said, he's the player to watch here. He brings out the AWP, but he hasn't got head armor. Against the M4s, that's actually a massive deal. So what's the play? They boost him up. Does he go towards B storage? Those are the 2 main jewels you can go for. Can go towards Squeaky Door as well. It's a replay from KNG. Probably simple frags from grey screen on those T players coming through the smoke. Bomb dropped. Round number 5. No double AWPs yet for Immortals. That will be coming eventually, among my words.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I favor Immortals in this game. There's no question. But Dignitas were a bit of an unknown entity in the minor, and the fact that they're still developing as a team and they were adapting well, they've got skill. I have them as a wild card. Yeah, that's right. But remember, 3 made it through the European minors, so it was big that actually took the 3rd spot because they were into the upper bracket final, which meant they were 1-2 at the time of which qualification mattered. So they actually got their spot before big.
Sure.
Actually, take that back, because they wouldn't have got it. So I guess technically they would have been 3rd, because Big would have come through the lower bracket to take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, the order of that kind of confuses me. You're right. They were the 3rd team to slip in. But the point is, I kind of have them as a wild card to get them to the major itself.
They weren't on my list. They didn't impress me enough. I think there's not enough time to challenge the likes of Immortals.
The reason I did put them on my list, originally I would have agreed with you because their CT side was abysmal on Inferno, but it was their ability to adapt and improve so quickly over the course of a 3-day event.
Yeah.
Now we're giving them a week to lead into this. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, if they kind of build off that foundation, if they go on that, if they go on that sort of mentality, I give them a chance over some of these teams. But yeah, they're definitely an outside shot for me. Steele takes Rubino, pretty straightforward, flashed in from his teammate. He goes down to 33, but they've got the man advantage, and more importantly, they have the bomb.
They know exactly where he is as well. This could be a double kill for Jacob. A nice shot towards Highway here. Steele locked in this corner. It will be dealt with momentarily through the walls. Fox finds him. 3-on-2 now. Surely this is their round, but Henny, the last line of defense in the B bomb side. Teammate rotating in as well. Hits the first shot. Bomb still up, and the time ticking away, but Tensky steps up. It's going to be Bolts now in the 1 versus 2. He has been very good so far in these opening rounds. Denies the bomb potential as well with that incendiary. That could be big.
That's done. He's got it.
Oh my god, that's so huge. He's done it.
That's round done. That's so massive. And he did it with the nade to start. The Molotov itself, I don't think would have done it because he was into the plant, which means he would have died after the bomb went down. But the utility wins it. Fox can do nothing. That's actually incredible.
Yeah, really intelligent stuff there. Normally, right, when you have that kind of plant come in, time to give away, you plant in the back left, just to guarantee the plant. I've seen that lots of times at the top tier, so you never go for that default plant for that reason. You get HG grenade and the incendiaries. If you've got no time, you can't risk it. It's a great plant, but in that sort of scenario, you need to be going for the back right plant, I think, at least. That's pretty standard these days, but regardless, here comes the double up set up for Immortals. They're firing on all cylinders right now. Not giving too much away. 5-0, still a buy available. Just about for Dignitas. UMPs and Galil's coming out. Not much in terms of utility. Fox and no nade. Same story for Tensky and J-Ken. It's the first shot for KNG though. Fast approach as they get towards the A side.
Bolts gets more than he was worth. KNG nearly did as well as he turned back from the fence and hadn't gone down, but he couldn't find the second shot. Bolts getting double headshot does mean that they've got the advantage as Croman goes aggressive. It's taken down in the end. It's Fox that has to hold it. Oh, gun barrel showing. Lucas has no idea that he's already made his way into quad.
Well, Fox, we've been singing your praises the last couple of weeks. Let's see if he can step up here in this big round. Bomb yet to be planted. Probably needs to find a frag before he can justify going for it, but he has got a minute to play with. The tongue's out. We'll see if he can step up.
He's not wagging the tongue like he was in the minor, but he's certainly wagging his tail. He's got Henny down already. The bushy Fox tail will head out toward mid now. Smokes himself off. He has the bomb. Steele could beat the smoke. Not quite. He'll know exactly where he's gone, though. Now the question is, ooh, Fox, okay, this isn't exactly what I thought. I thought he'd wrap back around, potentially go to truck. He's going to try and play mind games with Steel. But back turned the wrong way. He was so right, yet so wrong. It goes 6-0 for Immortals in another 1v1.
All of these rounds coming right down to it. But Immortals obviously taking the lion's share. I think we need a timeout for yeah, there it is. Dignitas needed a timeout. So many tight rounds. We knew this would be an explosive game, but everything going in favor of the Brazilians so far. Fox, great effort, I have to say. I think you're absolutely right. If you just went for it, even though you heard a footstep or something, just go towards the other side, at least get the bomb down, and you have the advantage at that point. But we'll have a look at the cash. No bomb plant for Dignitas. Yes, maximum loss bonus, but that does come to a halt at some point. $3,400 per player. $37.50 on Chroman. They could force this to be a mixture of maybe an AWP and Galil's UMPs. I don't think it's worth it. Take this one as a partial buy, go for full execute, aim for the bomb going down. You can still definitely win those rounds. Now they know the double AWP setup is out as well, Matt. You go for maybe a full execution towards a bomb site. 2 smokes on the left-hand side of the site, one towards highway, Molotov quad, flashes over, try and get that first kill, have that snowball effect. That would be my port of call right now, but they've gone for the Deagles. Very powerful weapon on cash. Mainly try to get boosted up and go for the 1 Deags. That's where you'll see most of the action. It looks like Fox might be boosted up here. Not the case, they're going towards A.
Expensive double op risk if they lose this. Considering they're against the pistols and the economy has been kept quite honest based on those close rounds. KNG, door open. Jacob should be able to spot that. Sticks around though, makes it work. Backs off. Croman's the next in line. I think he's got the call that he's inside of the site. Doesn't matter. Bolts has them. All 5 stay alive. Exactly what Immortals needed.
Yeah, that round especially. Their money was actually running a little bit thin, but 7-0. Best of 1. Dignitas currently 0-1 here. 0-2 would be pretty heartbreaking for them. Same story for Immortals. Yet to make it to a major. Definitely one of the big names in CSGO. Always a threat. We saw them take down, I think it was a DreamHack. They took down SK on some of the, I think it was Mirage potentially. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But they can take down huge names.
That was on... Yeah, I think you're right, it was Mirage, because Liquid beat them on Overpass, and I think SK lost to them on Mirage. I think you're correct.
Let's get the first frag. That was big, but the instant reply from KNG. We said this double AWP setup would be problematic. KNG brought into the team. It was interesting the fact he replaced FNX as an AWPer when they already had Henny, but he seems to have slotted in quite nicely, I have to say. Especially on maps like this, where you can get rolling and have this great start. Double AWPs coming out. You can see how it works very well for them. For now, though, 4-4. Technically favours the T's, but haven't got much map control to work with here. Towards B they'll go. Shooting out the window suggests an execution-based play. We have got Lucas and Steel though on the other side. Bolts holding his own at A. Molotovs will be deployed momentarily. Probably from both sides. Lucas to be baited in by Steel. Commitment incoming.
I wouldn't mind seeing exactly how that's thrown from Lucas. High in the sky, straight back down. I thought it might go out the skylight. Try and drop cover off something I'd not seen, but Fox in the sight manages to get one. Lucas got the first 2. He gets bomb. Oh, that was a chance for Steel. And the chance gone. Fox hits the no-scope and bomb to be planted. Safe side of the boxes this time, not for the open position of B main. So Jacob has to stay a little bit closer, hence why he watches the vents. It's up to Fox to find the information inside of the site instead. Jacob will hold steady. AWP for Fox pushed out, misses the shot, goes back in, but he's going to burn alive. Hesitation costs him. It's all down to Jacob. At least he knows both are coming from CT spawn. So he's got position. He's got the jump on the first one. KNG down. Bolts gets inside the boxes, though, and he can hold this. Oh, that's done. He's got it. It's planted safe. Jacob had to be closer. Round is over. Even though, oh, he doesn't even get the kill. Jacob down. That's unfortunate, and it was all due to the panic of planting late after Fox hit the no-scope.
That's true. It was a safer plan, but then Jacob... just unaware, you could see him realize he got the information a little bit too late, perhaps. Fox doing everything he could that round, but then the little bit of panic there with the plant and then landing in the Molotov as well, trying to get out of it, burn alive, left Jacob in a position was definitely winnable. He gets the first frag, but I think he had to be a bit more aggressive at the start there, hoping for the fake defuse from Bolts, but Bolts is winning every single clutch. Every gun round felt like it's gone into a 1v1 so far, and Immortal is winning every single time. Another buy available for Dignitas here. We said this game would be chaotic. It's certainly delivering so far. All about for Fox once more. Money's starting to build up, though, for the CT. He's got 7k on Bolts, 3k on 2 players. Did he stand in the Molotov?
He stood in the Molotov, but then I have no idea how he got across after standing in the Molotov. It should have been 1 bullet to kill him, but Chroman looked into the corner, I guess. Gets away with it, potentially. We'll see if he can contribute to the round with just the 12 HP to work with on the M4. Has a crossfire set with steel. No, he doesn't. He's gone all the way back to the site, thankfully so, because they Molotov the box as well.
Come on, Dignitas. Need to get some rounds on the board here. This is looking better now. Jacob with some good mid-control. Takes down bolts. A thorn in their side the last few rounds, but still, he strikes back straight away. That seems to be the case. Every single kill that Dignitas picks up so far towards B. It was all a ruse. They'll try and make their way in, but still stabbing them in the back once more. Comes from the vent, finds 2 more.
Wow. Just when it looked like they had a round with the HP advantage, Fox will pull steel back. Lucas is still in the site, but he's with his brother, Henny, on the AWP, which is positioned. Oh, good shoulder bait from Fox. He'll cross. He doesn't want to take the AWP fight to fight. He wants to get that shot instead. Down goes Lucas, but Henny still survives. Only for a minute. Bomb in the open, Fox. Oh, right idea, but he's got to go for the bomb. 26 seconds. He's got no idea. He just looked at the vent as well. Safe plant again. This time it won't matter as much because he's inside of the site with it. 1 versus 1, op versus op. Molotov to force Fox. Baits out the shoulder shot yet again, and Molotov doesn't reach, so he's actually comfortable sitting on the site, and whoa, should have been winning it out. He gets tagged through the box, 5 HP, can't find the shot. KNG gets closer, but Fox has had enough, and he'll give Dignitas their first round.
Every round has been a 1v1 in the gun rounds. Oh my god, Fox just about pulls it off there. Goes down to 5 HP, got hit twice with the orb. Flames behind him as well. KNG cannot find the 1 bullet from the pistol to finish the job off though. What a game this has been so far, and can you believe that's the first round for Dignitas? Finding something. Not out of the woods just yet though, that's their first, and only Fox survives. He keeps the AWP, but they have to come in with Gilil's AKs, and you can see how close this game has been. Same story for Immortals as well. Deagle for Lucas, a couple of M4s, no kits. Bolts on M4, no armor, but it doesn't matter. Henny with the straight up shot towards Fox there, finds him from the connector. And the orb duels continue. We said that could be an interesting battle here. Fox, the hero of the last round. He goes down early, round number 10. What's the play now? They've only got 1 smoke to work with here. Both teams feeling the burn in the financial situation. A boost towards the A site. Try our position. That's going to be bolts up there.
Boosted and waiting. A lot less mid-pressure than I expected, considering the first round we had a lot. First gun round, that is.
Yeah.
Bolts undetected. Oh, he shoots immediately, but he gets 2. Croman's there. He follows in the footsteps. And G's there to take down Rubino.
This is so rough, Matt, because they only get $1,400. This is a harsh reset with 1 player surviving. Jacob trying to do what he can, at least keep the CTs modest. That'll be something, but through the door, and he finds that final frag. And Bolts, once again, his total must be astronomical. 14 kills.
14 kills and about $1,400 for most of the players on Dignitas' side. A little more than that, to be fair. But not enough.
Definitely not. They have to take an eco, and that'll be double digits for Immortals.
Worst time for a reset is round 7 or 8, and that's exactly. They got one on 10, I guess, but it's middle of the half.
Just as they place the first round, that's really crushing.
It's such a close game in terms of the rounds, too.
Like, this
that's
doesn't
the
paint the
crazy
full
thing.
picture. If you saw this on the scoreboard, you think, oh, they're getting absolutely wrecked. That's not the case at all. They're keeping up. They're trading. It's just these clutches every single time. Great to watch, but...
And keep in mind, the pistol diffuse when they leave the site. Like, that could have easily gone the other way. We could have been on the other side of this coin.
Yep. Oh, dear. Intense stuff.
KNG pushes and takes no prisoners. Tensky goes down. He may as well, though, if he's not careful. They're all facing. 11 HP, gets caught in the doorway. Jacob gets the kill. That's a UMP up for the grabs.
It is. Not much, but at least it's something. Jacob spots a player pushing in towards the B storage. Doesn't look like they have much done with this. It's going to be still potentially finding 3 frags here. Lucas steals on the way, just helping out his teammate there. That's not too bad. And there it is. Fox with that aforementioned UMP. Trying to do what he can here. If he gets the bomb down, that'd be nuts. I don't think he can. He's on the A side, sure. He gets that frag, maybe there's a chance. But Bolts adds to his total, finds his 15th kill after 10 rounds, or 11 I should say now. Not too bad at all. I think we have another eco here for Dignitas. That was such a harsh reset for them. 3k on average per player. Partial buy here. Deagles, maybe some body armor here or there. Looking like it's be 11-1. This is why cash is such a difficult map. That's why a lot of teams like to avoid this map, because this can happen.
Yep. Well, Jacob to start the way on a Deagle over toward B. Fox just going to rush out. Just do it. And greeted. Firing squad.
Just to note as well on maps, we haven't seen Nuke once this tournament once again. ECS, we didn't have Nuke or Cobbled. Which is nuts. Yeah, how nuts is that?
That is insane.
And in the minor, we didn't have Nuke at all either. So that was just interesting. I know.
We didn't have it in the North American minor. I think we had it once in the European minor.
Yeah.
I think Big played it.
But the points will stand out. That map seems to be like, disappearing, right? It's kind of crazy. That's
in best of 1 situations, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
But in best of 3s, I think it could be played out as a 3rd map occasionally. It has to do with the banning process. You're never going to have 2 teams that line up and say, yeah, best of 1, we both love Nuke. That's rare. It's not a loved map. Yeah. I think that's mostly, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's not played. It's disappeared. Maybe there's a case for that. I think it's more that it's a best of 1, and that map's never going to be someone's go-to.
More interesting at ECS, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, in the best of 3s. That's when I would take that stat more legitimately, I guess.
Yeah.
Have more significance.
Well, here we go. Another gun round. We do need 11-4 from Dignitas to have a real game in our hands. I don't think anything less than that's going to cut the mustard. We'll see, though. We'll get into round number 13. Looks like a set piece off the bat. I think that's probably the best call. They're going to be setting up smokes from what I can see outside A. Fox looking for the aggression towards Squeaky Door. I'll have a look what the CTs are doing. They're actually boosting up towards middle. The first time we see KNG with this position. Opting to go for the aggressive play at the start as well. He's seen a Molotov being thrown, so that's at least one guaranteed frag for him if he does decide to face now. But it's Tensky finding the first kill and a second as well. Great shots coming in there. A 5-on-3. Surely this is the round. Bolts, who's been their nemesis for the last few, does get subsided as well. It's going to be a 3-on-2 now. Still fighting back. He has to be the difference maker here if still an Immortal have a chance in this round. And he coming in the backstab.
Oh, good opener from Henny to get back toward the site, having gone aggressive and rotated around.
Are they both there? Oh, they're both for highway, man. This is another nightmare.
Yep. Bombs nowhere near them. Smoked off. I don't think they're going to expect them both to be there. Oh, Seal just barely reacts in time. Down they go. Henry's displeased.
I just feel bad for them right now. It's just getting so unlucky, right?
For once. You never feel bad for me when I need it.
This is a different case. Oh no, that's so gutting for them. Just as they did, Tensky especially did so well. That's a 5-on-3 there. That's got to be a win. That has to be a win. They get the bomb down. 2 players at highway. Oh, it's just the smoke as well. They probably win that round if there's no smoke available. Of course it is. Everything going against them right now. It's exciting CS, but still the result very, very one-sided. Another clutch, and Steel steps up tremendously for Immortals. 12-1. Bomb going down. 4th stage lost bonus. Can buy again. No orb this time. Fast play towards middle. Tensky trying to replicate that same form, I guess. Smoked out connector. Might have to challenge you about to start. Fast towards highway. What's KNG doing? Oh my god!
Bolts.
What is this?
Swinging around. KNG gets very aggressive.
Sorry.
Yes, it was Henny in mid. It was KNG that got the shot at A main. You were confused. I know. It's fine.
That's it happens a lot.
I'll spin you around the right way. Don't worry.
I was looking from third person to be fair. Because give me a break.
I didn't say I wouldn't. Don't have a Kit Kat on me.
That was nuts, wasn't it? The fact he pushed through the smoking connector. You don't see Orpus doing that every day. That's insane. He's pushing through the smoke, 1 flash out, and actually finding all 5 kills.
Since the economy's been broken, the rounds have been a little more one-sided, but this is still a shocking 13-1 score when you consider how close it was. It doesn't remind me in terms of the disciplinary of CS and the skill level that we're seeing, but it's almost like VP, Na'Vi, Game 1, Cobblestone, where it was 13-2 at one point.
But everything was...
But it was all clutches.
Yeah.
I guess it was 12-3 at half, sorry, but it was all clutches. It was like literally every round could have gone either way.
You have to watch a full game to get the full picture, you know.
KNG, oh, straight through them. Straight through them and then down. As Croman jumps around the corner on a UMP. Give themselves a chance. They need this round if they want to do that. Bolts can't do anything to spray through. Bomb does get planted. This time they have to sit near it, please. Please do so. It's been 1, 2, 3 plants, 4 plants, I think, if you include the round they won, that one-on-one. So
surely.
They've got to get one of these post plants to go their way, aside from the single one-on-one with Fox, as Rubino gets Steel. That's going to help them, but they have lost Croman. Bolts gets closer and closer in behind the forklift. Watch above him. He's not going to read that, but he gets 2 anyway. Into the site they go. Tensky has to be not so tense. He's got to be on his game. He's got to be authoritative, and he's got to find the kill on Henny because his teammate Jacob's done well, and they'll do exactly that. 13-2. They give themselves somewhat of a hope, but it's a slim one.
That's going to be the fastest half of CS we've had this tournament. That was absolutely insane. I loved it. Only 2 rounds of Dignitas, but still, like I said, doesn't paint the full picture at all. Dignitas had some great rounds and lots of clutches, but has kept dropping at the final hurdle. Amazing apart from Bolts generally. Like, how sick was he? 19 kills in 1 half. That's pretty godlike from him. Like, we normally say 20s, like, pretty unheard of in the first half of Counter-Strike, but we'll see whether he can continue that form. Dignitas, this goes without saying, I'm sure you're all aware at home that they need the pistol here to stand a chance on the CT side. 5 sets of armor, what's the play? 3 are heading towards B. You can push in towards the storage area and try and find the first pick. Fox is getting aggressive at least, won't go for it just yet. 4 doormat, it's happening. For the T side, Bolts there with the smoke towards highway, flash out. CT seems to be aware. They're rotating all the way back in.
Good shot, Rubino. Croman, better find. Actually giving themselves a real chance. I take that back. It wasn't Croman, it was Rubino that hit the second one as well. Jacob's down. Bolt's getting the kill. They've drawn it level. Bombs inside of the site, but dropped again. Tensky, great shot, and watch the flank from Fox. Bolts may disappear inside of the smoke, but he'll pinch him off. No, he didn't, because he didn't go through A main. Okay, Tensky may have. He went toward the door, but Tensky's going to win out the round. Dignitas with momentum. This time they do get the pistol. And no plant, which means they could get a full 3 rounds off of this.
But the 4 spy comes in the second. That was the 4-door execution, but a much slower variation. Usually when teams do this, you're doing the smoke straight away and you're rushing with it. By the time the smoke goes down, the team can come out at the very same time, and it's like a very explosive strategy. But so slow, and the retake came in. Dignitas actually got that information, rotated all the way back towards A. Definitely wasn't comfortable, but they managed to put it off. 13-3. Could this be the start of a mammoth comeback? We'll have a look in round number 17 here. Deagles, Tech 9, CZ going towards A. No nades to work with. Push through the smoke, potentially. Hope Croman misses that shot with the UMP. Backed up by the famous Rubino as well.
Good shot, KNG with the Deagle.
To start. Mistake by Croman. The range of the UMP, since the nerve, doesn't lend himself to those sort of decisions. The Deagle takes him down. Now what's the next play from Immortals here? We have got mid-presence coming from the CTs. That's Jacob. He's coming behind them, but KNG is actually in middle as well. I don't think they're aware of this. This is a bit of a nightmare. Bolts is watching the back as well. Big kill from Tensky, and the timing works out very nicely indeed for Jacob. That should be the round concluded.
Should be, but Steele's got other words. Tech 9 for him, gets a kill. Flames at his feet though, and bomb down, nowhere to go. Fox finds one. Speaking of Fox, I haven't said his name too often in the kill category, but he does lead the way. He's tied up with Tensky 12-12. Been a while since he's had a big round. He did, of course, pick up one of the 2 rounds they got on their T side. But now a chance to find the 3rd before the guns come out for Immortals.
Yeah, no pressure just yet. Dignitas need to do a lot here. Currently 2-0 on the second half. Should be a full EQ here for the Brazilian side. Maybe just a B rush from what I can see in the spawns. It looks like that will be coming in. Hope for the best. If you get a trade, maybe a bomb plant, that's something. But good grenade from Fox should do some considerable damage. It does indeed. And now the spray down. He's weakened them up. They're doing a run boost still as well. I probably can hear some footsteps. Easy round.
Oh, you gotta love when the SMG does that. Jacob just making that ka-ching, ka-ching, baby, as you would say.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Pachinga, pachinga.
Pachinga.
As Henry, Moses would say.
His favorite player. The adjustments coming from Dignitas. They cannot afford a bonus round map. They have to throw away the SMGs. They have no place now in this scenario. You cannot have MP9s and UMPs. Go for the rifles, upgrade the FAMASs. Fox brings out the AWP. We have kind of sung his praises about being an assertive AWP these days, and a star for Dignitas almost at the miner. Looked very good. He goes towards B. Look at the first pick. No AWP up against him though. 5 AKs for Immortals. No plan as of yet.
Ooh, you said assertive.
He wants it.
I mean, we all want it.
Yeah.
Just don't always get it. Fox will hold the angle. He's not going to push any further than that, but it's a decent angle because you can get one and fall back quite quickly from that position. Smoke down. No body block. Thought he might try to do so. Just to mess with them. That used to be a thing JW did in the middle of... Oh, we've got a player drop. This is going to be a callback. It was... the issue is, I think that the player who dropped actually took damage at the exact second that he dropped. However, it was 1:10, so it should be a replay of the round. Yeah, there you go. They've already brought it back for us.
Well, there you go.
I saw red show up on the HUD just as he disappeared.
So a bit of damage?
Potentially. It could have just been a glitch. My eye was seeing it in the peripheral. But either way, this should be a pretty straightforward situation. Bring the player back in. Let's start it again.
Yeah, that'll be fine. So yeah, Matt, in terms of 13-2s, that's got to be one of the most exciting landslides we've ever casted. That's insane, right?
Yeah, I mean, well...
Up there with the game you described as well.
Yeah, well, yes and no. I mean, we've casted some landslides in terms of, like, we've casted some 16-0s, I'm sure. But,
no, but I mean,
but in terms of,
landslides.
how close they were and how one team just loses every clutch. I mean, there's something in that, though, because some of the rounds they were losing, again, they weren't watching the post plant correctly. Tensky planted in the default spot, got denied by a nade. There's little decisions that could have been made perhaps better with more experience.
Yeah, that
but
incendiary
it's
sticks
tough.
out for me. The one that they're trying to plant, like I said, normally if you've got like 8-9 seconds, you're going for the guaranteed plant going down. Like, it's quite common to have the incendiary land in that default plant spot. It's a bit of a risk to go for that, I think, when you've got that amount of time left. You also guarantee the plant, give yourself a chance in the clutch. It was a 2v1 against Bolts, and he seemed to win everything. He's been playing lights out the last few months over Immortals. Pause's been cancelled. We are back into it, as you said. Quite a quick one. There's the new in-game leader, Rubino. Still learning the ropes. Obviously, got to get some good experience under MSL's captaincy, but you can see they were struggling with third place in the minor. Sure, they made it here, but still a lot of work to do in this team, I think. He knows it.
Stop upset for smoke. Either way, Jacob's gone early as well.
Why did they incendiary like that? I think that's a misthrown one.
Yeah, I'm not certain what that was. That should have gone in deeper. Especially where you lose Jacob on the first gun round when you're the team that needs the momentum, when you're the team that's trying to mount the comeback. Smoke goes late to Z.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, if you throw it in there, at least you can get close. If you throw it like that, they can still sit behind it and just kill you. You actually have less vision of the T behind the flame.
Well, it's exactly what happened because the Molotov was thrown. He was trying to slip up the side.
It definitely
where they wouldn't have been able to peek if that was landed correctly. So, yeah, I think you're right. Henny, meanwhile, repeaks, finds Fox. Ooh, Tensky, I thought might be found as well. The aim was snapping back that direction, but Tensky actually finds it first. So at least they negate going down to a 5 versus 2. But they're still in a tight position because they've got to split up, and there's still 57 seconds by which Immortals can take the opportunity to capitalize and execute toward a site. Croman's backed off.
Yeah, they think it's a B. You can see them stacking up. Rubino's coming back, though. Croman, the new boy of the team, needs to step up, and it's going to be Tensky, who's been playing very well the last few rounds, I have to say. Decent flashbang from Croman. Still 3-on-3 here. It's a big kill. Could get a couple more here as well. He gets all 3. Not too bad. We said he was new, but he seems to be a veteran already. Very, very calm and calculated stuff there.
He's a very good CT player, according to the minor. If you want to look at his stats, that's when he had most of the kills. He's good at putting in efficient, anchored style positions. That's exactly what he does there.
Yeah, that was cool. He was actually very good at the minor in terms of just holding on the CT side. Not doing the flashes of plays, but the ones that would guarantee round victories, right? And that's what they needed right now. After losing the first 2 frags, it's a miss from Molotovs in the middle. 4-0 for Dignitas. The comeback begins. Eco for Immortals.
Ooh. Through the edge of the wall, Bolts tagged down to 45 by Fox. Fox wants more. KNG. He's now the one with the least amount of health. Bolts gets Fox, though. I was thinking it was a risk to go back against a Deagle, and Bolts shows us why. Mid's occupied ever so slightly by Lucas dropping into the cubby position. Smoke and a flash goes out. He knows they're trying to at least cover off. Good positioning from Croman again. Bomb is now behind the forklift. I don't know if he could see it or not, but he's got another kill. Gives him 5 in the last 2 and puts us at 13-7. So Immortals yet to strike on the T side. They've got guns again in this round. Henny onto the AWP.
Indeed, this is where the games really begin. First time we've seen the orb for Henny on the T side. Number 21. Dignitas at least making this possible now. 3 rounds with double digits. That'll be the next milestone. Orb for Fox, no double orb on the CT side. I don't think that'll be as prevalent as the Immortals team. They do have the potential to do it, but Tensky's so good at the rifle. Let's keep him on that for now.
Wait for the Molotov to extinguish before going for the boost. And he makes his way up. AWP, oh, good flash. Good timing on the flash. Tensky gets the kill. Leaves KNG in middle all by himself. That's closer. That gets taken out by a nade. He wants to climb over top. He could well find Lucas, but Henny does, or excuse me, Steele, but Henny does it first. Finding Lucas might be an issue. Team killing's not really wise.
Definitely not. Well, for now, once again, Dignitas with the advantage. Tensky putting out all the stops here on the CT half, taking his total up to 17 kills, top fragging for the team. Immortals do have mid control. Bomb down in that position, bolts in the vents. CT's not giving anything away. They know how keen the aim of the Immortals players can be. Heading towards B by the looks of things here, concentrating towards the Ven room. Jacob waiting for them though. He gets one frag here, should be round over. It's one and done will be enough.
Jacob, oh, downward he looks. Finds another, and he's got the sights set toward Henny, who's going to watch bets, but wrong timing, misses the no-scope, dead. Surely gets Croman, I'll give him that, but dead now, of course.
Dead now, of course. Absolutely. Another 22. Immortals starting to feel the pressure now. Doesn't look like Dignitas has it done just yet. T-sides not delivering many rounds for either side, and the good plays continue for Tensky. 2 kills towards middle, one of the hardest positions in the entirety of CS to hold on to. Middle on cash. No one seems to have mastered it just yet, but Tensky's doing a very good job of doing so. Little partial buy here. Obviously, maximum loss bonus for the T side. The Tech-9s, Smokes, Deagles. I don't think we've had a plant yet. We have not from Immortals. That's kind of strange. Not a single plant. Suggests the game plan not really working out for them whatsoever. KNG can sense a boost, I think. Some footsteps being made here. 5 players from the T side setting themselves up, and I'm sure the execution comes in the next 5 seconds or so. Oof, shot bullet.
Rubino doesn't want patience, he just wants kills. He gets one, follows it up, gets KNG, but Lucas hits him with a good deagle shot just inside of the doorway, inside of the lip of the garage. Croman's going to try and get sneaky. Go back to a position that's already been cleared. Nearly misses the shot. Nearly costs his teammate his life, but he gets it. Tensky finds bolts. Efficient. Dignitas are back in this, undoubtedly.
For sure. Immortals still yet to strike that partial buy. Does not get them a plant.
In fact, thus far...
7-0, no plants.
That's what I was going to say. Thus far, I would argue the T side was more successful from Dignitas.
Yep. I would agree. Not even getting close to a bomb plant yet. No real clutches coming in for Dignitas. It's clean sweeps, looking very calm. Dignitas has some absolute veterans within that team. Names you're all familiar with. Jacob, obviously, phase tenure. Same story for Fox as well. Rubino from previous Dignitas lineups, and then, of course, North as well. Tensky played with the previous Dignitas lineups, and Croman, the only new name you might not be familiar with, plucked out of the Norwegian scene. Who was spotted. They were recommended his name when they were kind of putting this team together. Obviously, I think they had Makaleli at the start of this project, right? And then Croman was brought in.
Yep.
Along with Tensky, I believe. And Croman's gone above and beyond expectations. It's cool to see these great names coming in. Like, he's definitely not like the craziest aimer or like the flashiest clutcher, but on the CT sides, he can hold positions and get 2 or 3 kills and save rounds for them.
By Fox to start it off inside of A main. Steele wants to go back through Squeaky. He's got an AWP with him. He'll open the door. The op will look toward highway, but no one's there. Molotov goes back in. It'll force the issue as KNG thinks of standing around longer to find a pick, but they're down 2 already on yet another gun round, and Dignitas looking to find double digits this time. So they've certainly pulled it back. KNG. Tensky that's his intended target, but won't slip out into the open behind the white box. He may go for this. I get the feeling he's... Well, he might stay passive, actually. He's going to try and peek out and spot mid, but they get there anyway. They slide across. AWP works. Good boost back up. Jacob with 1, though. 19 HP, backs off. No need to overextend in the fact that it's a 4 versus 2, so KNG will look elsewhere on the AWP. In fact, he's going to try and go all the way through. But watch Rubino. He's got truck. And Rubino is ready. Good shot, KNG down.
Yeah. Another convincing round, but the looks of things still not done quite yet. And one kill towards the B area, but that's all we'll get. Jacob with the final with the AK-47. Jacob with 3 in total there. Good awareness from Rubino as well to shut down the CT spawn push from Immortals. And once again, they're broken financially. Still with the lead, but yet to post around in the second half. This is pretty unbelievable. The disparity in the halves.
This from Lurpy. Immortals missed the previous major after losing an 11-4 lead as a CT on Cash versus G2. Some old trauma resurfacing now.
That was, I remember that. I think we were casting it. We looked at our left and watched them all like crumble, and I looked so disappointed.
And that was old G2 that we weren't even sure we were going to make the major.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. We had that casting booth like right next to them. We could see everything.
Well, this could be a problem. Good shot, Fox. KNG down. Like we said, this puts whoever loses at 0-2. Fox! Wily old Fox gets a 4th with the Flames, and Jacob steals away the ace, but they'll take another convincing round.
Well, indeed. Partial buy shut down. Now we really do have a game on our hands. No bomb planted after 9 rounds. I got Immortals. Maybe we just need to go down to the set pieces, get those bomb plants coming in. The default seems to be getting ravished in the middle every single time. Have a look at the frag charts. Jacob, 22. They said they needed him to step up. Certainly delivering so far. Fox starting to come to life as well. 19 kills with him. Big round there of 4 kills. Sure, it's against the partial, but every round counts. They've got tech lines of armor, and CSGO, those rounds can slip away for sure.
Unbelievable if Immortals doesn't make this major. That'll be 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Cologne last year, Columbus last year, E-League this year. All events that they should, in my opinion, have made it through based on how they were playing at the time.
Well, they got the first.
It seems like Katowice's their only event internationally they play well on, to be fair. Other than a few dream hacks here and there. Different
lineup as well, really. This lineup is like probably the most convincing, I think, in terms of what I've seen from them, but this isn't looking too good right now. Okay then. Well, 5 and 4. Yeah, to plant a bomb. Surely this is the time to do the set piece. You've spread the defense thin. You've got some map control towards B storage. Still your 4 smokes up as well with some Molotovs, bolts, edges his way in. Trying to find the next kill. Jacob ready in the vent, so AK-47 in hand.
Jacob is patient. Confidence is absolutely on their side at this point. Carlman to small pit. Oh, looks away, sprays, and then realizes, wait, my aim's going the wrong direction. Only gets 1. Lucas is going to burn Jacob. This is their best chance. They've got to find Rubino, though, and they do. Steele's got the shot through the edge of the box. It's just Tensky. And Tensky downed by a nice shot from Henny. That's their first T-sided round. They keep 3 players alive.
Very, very exciting round there.
It won't take much. 2 to go.
Yeah, well, it shows you how one-sided the first half was. After 10 rounds, they finally pick up 1. They still have the lead. Here's the shot from Fox, I assume. Oh, is it the duel he had with Henny at the start? Oh, super slow motion, I like this. Henny coming out on top. That was the first kill of the round, which led to the victory. More of that, please.
Jacob gets bolts, though. Another starting kill. Oh. For Team Dignitas, as Henny tries to fire through the garage door down to the Z connector. Angie's going to call that Tensky's there. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes for another shot similarly, but he wants to watch inside of the cubby. The King drops down, watch the repeat, sees the gun barrel. He's been spotted as well, but he's going to keep sneaking up because he's got protection. He's got someone to cover it, and he's got the angle. Rubino too far back, nearly gets Tensky as well, but that leaves him in the open for Lucas. So trade and trade again. Give me all your Pokemon cards in the trade, Henry.
Mine was stolen by Jason.
I'm not surprised. That guy's a thief. Back over to A this time now for Immortals. Reset pending. Hence why keeping 3 alive is so important in the last round. 45 seconds to go in this one, and Croman spots the door. Falls back to the fence. They're going to clear out Forklift instead. No further Molotovs in play. Good from Croman just before the vision gone from a flash to get the kill as Fox comes back in. Henny the last alive, 1 versus 2. AWP in the site that he can't find and bombed down by the door. He doesn't want to move that scope, doesn't want to change his vision because that will reveal everything in terms of noise. He's got the bomb back, but 20 seconds, and look at Jacob. Even though he does well to find Fox, it's all just to bait his attention, get a shot out of him, and Jacob closes the round.
I'm going to say this is an overtime game for sure. It's one of those ones.
If that for Immortals.
Yeah, if that, you're right. That's another reset. They won the previous round with 3 players surviving, so it's not as harsh as it could be, but they're going to take a pause here. They've got an average maybe just under 3K per player. Maybe a little bit more. But 14-12 now. Dignitas has still a round back. No bomb planted once again. Henny definitely made that round interesting. Brought it down to the 1v1, but Jacob with the guaranteed shot there with the flank coming towards the squeaky door. They seem to be relying very heavily now on the fact that Henny might get an opening pick with the AWP. That's all they seem to have. The T-sides have been so weak. You're absolutely right. The T-side approach from Dignitas is actually very good. They just couldn't win the clutches. They're getting the bomb down like 5, 6, 7 times, something like that. We've seen it once. No, we actually haven't seen it once by Immortals. They won the round, they planted it after they won it. Yep. So haven't seen a single bomb plant down.
Nope.
After 11 rounds. That's not good.
It's not at all. I'm a bit shocked for Immortals, usually a team that's decent on the T side of this map.
I suggest the tactical aspect of your game just isn't working out for you. You're relying too heavy on the fragging. You've only got 1 round out of it. That's not quite going to be enough.
Smoke down in front of the doorway at B. Box forced back, but they'll leave Jacob in the corner on the M4. He's got a decent-sized gap to look through toward the sunroom. Really gets the timing right to find Henny. Headshots there if he goes wide again. Oh, it's Lucas down on A, though. Bomb's over here, so keep it locked. Bomb dropped as well. KNG somehow bypasses Rubino. Spars off and takes down Tensky. But this round looking Dignitas. Could you say Dignitas are putting on a clinic right now?
You could say that, a bit edgy. But you could. It's not bad. Some of your best work, I'd say.
Chroming takes down Bolts. It's all on to Henny. Not long for life in this world.
No, absolutely not. And now we have a real problem, Matt. Dignitas are one round away from tying things up at 14-14. And will have to be a force buy here from Immortals. No AWP for sure. Oh, okay, well, Henny can actually afford a glass cannon, I beg your pardon. So it's going to be a deagle for Lucas, Bolts and Galil. No nades to really speak of. Henny would be glass cannon AWP, and that's the only player that's really been opening things up at all here on the T side. Who would have thought we're potentially going to get all 30 rounds in a game where there's a 13-2 first half? Insane stuff. I saw Chad tweet out saying, Immortals must be the best cash team in the world right now after the first half. And he goes, yep, take that back now. Like, after seeing this off, I'll retract that statement.
Hats left the ring.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
I just saw that.
They did look really good in the first half. Yeah, maybe a bit ahead of himself.
Well, this is more problems than just the map itself. This is grim.
Here we go then.
Get 1 round, boys. Just reset the mentality. Take the pressure off.
Yeah, lose this one, I think they're done for. They only have 3rd stage loss bonus, and this is a full investment in terms of the force buy. 3 smokes, 1 Molotov, and HE. No flashbangs. And Croman has been so good on this A side, waiting for them. Smokes deployed, all 5 players here, trying to keep it simple. Does it work out for them? We'll see.
Shot in. Lucas wins it. Croman down. That's an opener. That's a frag in their favor, but Rubino's back in position faster than the flash can take his vision away. As Bolts gets Tensky, though. We still have a chance for the plant, but they're hesitant to get the bomb in position. Smoke's down. Fox can't see it. They find another kill, but bomb's still not planted. Means the post plant becomes weaker in the fact that Bolts is lost already. They've picked up AKs. This round to carry in. Oh, gun barrel showing. Fox nearly gets it, but KNG sidesteps the second shot and finds the kill. It's on to Jacob. This could be it. This is the overtime point that's been eluding them for a very long time.
Let's keep it simple, I guess, at that point. All 5 players stay together. Let's not get picked off one by one in the default. A couple of smokes down. Croman, the player that really had to step out there, taken down for the first kill. Rubino did what he could to recover it, but then kills coming in thick and fast for the Brazilian side. They get a decent buy for the last round here. Story for both sides, really. I think this has to need 2 to take us overtime. I think that's almost certain at this point. This feels like an overtime game, and I think it deserves it. So Henny towards A storage he goes. This looks like an aggressive round for the CTs. Chroman and Rubina maybe boosting up. Okay, they will indeed. Haven't seen too much of that on the Dignitas side. They're not flashing in trying to get map control. It's a very standard game from them, I have to say, which is a rare thing to say. They've left middle completely open though. And KNG will take advantage of that fact.
Yeah, Lucas is firing off shots to get KNG closer. Tensky's got no idea, but Jacob's going to save him. Oh, the timing. That's big. That would have opened up the whole entire map. Now it's Lucas that has to be a little more careful climbing over the mid-hut. It's Tensky that sits still back inside Z connector. From bolts onto Rubino in the site. Pulls back to 4 versus 4.
Yeah, tension mounts now. 1 minute remaining. Equal situation. Chroman spotting players towards highway. Does damage as well as still down to 15 HP.
Spotted bolts, knows he's close. Jump over there, 4. Can't get a look where the gun went flying. Chroman's got a second one beside him now. He's tagged up Steel with a dink as well, but they've lost him inside of the site. It's Henny that gets the kill. All they have to do is worry about Truck. Nade can't quite bounce far enough to find Steel, but a smoke down should give them an entrance. Fox, that's a big miss. That could be the game in itself after all their hard work to get the comeback because Henny's gone. It's Fox in a 1 versus 3. Bolts close. Bolts closes the door. It's 16 to 13 in the end. What a comeback, and yet so heartbreaking. Immortals, they dodge a bullet here big time.
Absolutely. They looked out of their depth down the T side. So yes, the first half was 13-2 in Immortals' favor, but you have to say, man, every round, 6 or 7 times came out to 1v1 clutches where Dignitas definitely had a shout within it. They couldn't really cross the finish line there, and I guess that's always going to be a factor in Counter-Strike, but they were doing the correct defaults. They're having executions there and looked like they were actually challenging those rounds. On the second half, Immortals suddenly won. They didn't get the bomb down at all for the first 11 rounds. Looked out of their depth. The only rounds they ever picked up were their first orb shots coming from Henny. They were relying on those opening kills. And that's not going to be good enough for a Major. You need to have tactics to fall back onto when all else fails.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
Renegades are going to play Dignitas.
Okay.
That's an 0-2. That's an elimination match.
0-2 for Dignitas, yeah. That's
and
rough.
0-2 for Renegades. That's, yeah. I just have this weird feeling they're going to play each other, and one of those two teams that could have made it through are going to be out.
Well, yes, they will. That goes without saying. But that was a great game. Although it was 13-2 first half, I really enjoyed that first one. It was actually, like I said, one of the most exciting landslides we've had in Counter-Strike in a very long time. Like, if you didn't watch the game, just watching the scoreboard, you probably didn't realize how close it was. So many big plays, so many huge moments from Bolt, especially in that first half. Amazing clutches. Fox stepping up in the second half. Same sort for Jacob as well. Those are the most gutting defeats, so Matt, when you come back so far and just kind of sipped away from
especially when now you go to 0-2. If you're a 1-1 or even 1-0, a little bit different, but 0-2, it's a big issue. Big issue. With that said, we'll go back over to Paul and the desk.
Thank you very much. Yes, we now know our 4 low-seeded teams. They are all 0 and 2. Optic, Renegades, Tengri, and Dignitas. What an incredible lineup that is that we'll be facing off tomorrow to stay in contention to make the Major. Let's turn our attention to the review of the match itself. A great start from Immortals. Great first half, Natu, but just fell apart in the second half.
I mean, the first half, like the boys were saying, I'm not sure if the scoreline was reflective of what really happened on the server. One can always argue that a lot of clutches going the way of Immortals, but also leading up to those situations, once they were attacking the bomb sites, again, a little not so connected with one another. There was a little bit too much distance between the players, not always being able to refrag in situations where they possibly could have had them at advantage. But yeah, still kudos to Immortals. Obviously, they have to do the work to be able to clutch all those rounds.
And kudos to Dignitas as well. 9 rounds in a row, 10 if you include the one that they won at the very end of the first half, Jace, because it was 13-1. At one point, we were just like, well, that's done then.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. I don't really give a whole lot of credit to Dignitas at all because they made some very fundamental mistakes. Yeah, the comeback's cool and all, but you know, first round, pistol round, they have a 3-on-2. Bombs planted inside the site. They have 3 players in A main. Can't stop the defuse. Later on in the half, they have a 1-on-1 at the B bomb site. Players and checkers planted inside the B bomb site. He can't stop the defuse. Then later on again, you see an execute onto the A bomb site.
Hold on, wait, it's coming to me. Did they not stop the defuse?
They couldn't stop the defuse. It's planted again in the site, so somehow they have to run through the smoke to even get to the bomb, and it's just 2 easy kills. So, I mean, you take those nightmare situations, if those tactics are executed a little bit more properly, this is a real game, and this isn't a comeback situation, and you don't have to have this heartbreak right at the end.
Then it's like, it's not even about the approach, it's not even about the strategies, it's about those small situations, communication, just decision-making in the heat of the moment that needs to improve.
I mean, it was like that all the way through the game, right up to the very last round.
That was right there.
If Fox could hit that last shot in the last round,
Could have made a difference.
maybe it's 2v2.
yeah, that
maybe
was-
it's, you know.
but-
But what I'm saying is there were so many of them throughout the whole game.
Yeah, and I mean, that critical shot to miss from Fox there, but I will say, I mean, fair play to him. I thought he played a great game.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything I said in the pregame analysis of what I thought of Fox is completely different in this Dignitas lineup. He is not the same player, it looks, than what he was in the past. He was active, he was mobile, he was hitting flick shots, he was being aggressive, he was opening up rounds. Everything that we didn't see out of him as an offer, you know, in phase in previous teams, he was doing here, and he was excellent. They're not in this game without him, but yeah, that definitely down the stretch, that's a critical miss there in that last round.
We also said that Jacob had to have a good game. He did have a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He played well, obviously. Put up great numbers. I mean, the ADR alone, 100 ADR, 27 kills for him. That's a good performance as well. But definitely, I mean, it's the same story as Fox with him, because Jacob was a team in that phase lineup. He outlasted Fox in it, obviously. But still, he was on that lineup of it where it was just 5 stars, and you expected him to become one of them, and he never really stepped into that role. Now on Dignitas, I mean, he's definitely